Let's just say that everyone wants to be a MAGA mogul these days. Jeff Bezos just announced that Amazon Prime will release a documentary about incoming First Lady Melania Trump later this year. And who other than Melania to be the executive producer of the documentary? Promotional materials promise, quote, an unprecedented behind-the-scenes glimpse into her life.
The flick comes amid billionaire Jeff Bezos' very public move to align closer to President-elect Donald Trump. This follows Bezos pouring $1 million into Trump's inauguration fund, dining with Trump at Mar-a-Lago, and blocking the Washington Post from endorsing any president during the 2024 election cycle. I think the real reason that Jeff Bezos is moving to the right is that liberals botched his Lord of the Rings show on Amazon Prime so badly that he's now become a conservative. So
I know
that's what happens, wokesters. You ruin stuff, you make people mad.
I can sense that this is a subject you feel passionate about. So explain to me what they did to his show.
Well, so, the beloved intellectual property, The Lord of the Rings. Jeff Bezos is a huge, as are many of these tech CEOs who are increasingly important in political life, big fans of The Lord of the Rings, as am I. He always wanted a Lord of the Rings television show. Amazon acquired the rights to do a Lord of the Rings show based on some of the lore, the material that predates the main series. And the show is fine, if I'm being charitable,
and this from a big fan of the
big fan of the source material, huge fan of the Peter Jackson adaptations, including the maligned Hobbit movies, which I think are actually just terrific, even they don't get nearly enough appreciation. Peter Jackson is perfect at what he does. These adaptations leave something to be desired in. I don't know that I wouldn't describe them as bad particularly because they're woke, but that is the way a lot of conservatives feel about them. I would just say they're a little generic and not particularly thought through, but that's the behind the scenes glimpse at what's really happening.
I am better informed on the Lord of the Rings TV show already. I will now attempt to row back to something I know at least a little bit more about, which is Melania Trump, serving as executive producer of this documentary, so it seems a reasonable supposition that it won't be the most hard-hitting or exposing, revelatory documentary in the world. Amazon Prime have the rights. It, I believe, is going to come out much later this year. Filming has already begun, but I don't think it's complete. I think they're going to film for a while. It does seem to me that Bezos is certainly in the process of trying to get closer to Trump than was the case during the first Trump presidency. There were frequent online feuds between the two. Amazon Web Services lost a massive government contract and claimed that it was part of it was rooted in enmity from Trump as to why they lost that. So I see this, Amazon Prime getting the rights to this as part of all the other factors that we noted in Jeff Bezos cozying up to the president-elect.
I also suspect it won't be a particularly hard-hitting documentary. That she's not a political figure herself, though. She is, in fact, unlike some recent former first ladies, she is not even particularly involved in political causes. She is a fashion and style icon. I quite like her sense of style, and she's a very beautiful woman, and good for her. And I don't know what else. A documentary about her life would be interesting. To learn more about how she comes from.
Slovenia.
Where did she come from?
Slovenia. Yeah.
Eastern European immigrant. Eventually marries one of the richest and now most powerful people in the world, and that's fine.
Yeah, it's. Were you a fan of the I Don't... What was it? What was the jacket? I Don't Care, Do You? Was that part of your fandom of her personal style?
Oh, she did wear an... Was that her?
It was.
Yeah, I didn't quite get that. That was maybe a misfire. But I liked her. Again, this is a controversial take. A lot of people didn't care for them, but her austere holiday decorations, Christmas decorations, I should say, because that's legal again. They were, I found them hauntingly beautiful.
Minimalist decorations are a good thing. Before we get too far down the road of flippant decoration commentary, I should probably say that there is an additional controversial element to this documentary, which is that it is going to be directed by Brett Ratner, and I believe it is his first directing project since 2017. When he was the subject of allegations from 6 women that he had engaged in sexual harassment or misconduct. Among those women was the actress Olivia Munn, It was an investigation published by the Los Angeles Times. Brett Ratner denied the allegations. There were no criminal charges ever brought, but that is part of the story too.
Yes, he got unpersoned during the height of Me Too related blowback. Yes, he had multiple accusations. I don't remember looking into this one altogether very closely, so I don't really have an opinion on its validity or not. As you said, there was no criminal thing, and I tend to think while Me Too shined a spotlight on some very awful conduct in numerous cases, including Harvey Weinstein and all sorts of other people, there were also some who got accused a bit more baselessly, including Aziz Ansari and some other figures. I don't know where Brett Ratner belongs on that spectrum. I just haven't looked at it. That it's now years later and he's working again is perfectly fine by me. I don't know that the penalty for having been accused of sexual misconduct is to never hold a job again. That would be kind of weird.
I mean, I would say innocent until proven guilty, but Olivia Munn and Natasha Henstridge, both fairly well-known actresses, did go on the record in that Los Angeles Times story. I'm not actually sure what we can say in terms of graphic details of those, but they were serious allegations, I would say, in both cases.
What is he known for directing? I'm trying to. Oh, he directed my least favorite X-Men film, X-Men:
There you go.
Last Stand. So
you seem to hold him more culpable for that, though.
Yes, perhaps. All right, that does it for us today on Rising. Thank you so much for watching. We're just getting started with this week. There's much more to come later on. We hope you tune in tomorrow as well. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe in the meantime so you never miss any of our content. And for those of you who like to listen while on the go, we're now available anywhere you can find podcasts.